my god. Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kirtana and I love to talk about books. It's December. Do you know what that means? It's Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year. Other than my birthday, of course. But I love Christmas. I love all things Christmas. I love to decorate for Christmas. I love to read Christmas books. I love to do cozy Christmas things. I love to watch Christmas movies. So I thought I would put together a list of Christmas books that I wanted to read this year. And I'm so excited because there are so many good ones that I still haven't picked up. So I thought it'd be fun to like sit here and discuss with you guys all the books I'm planning to read this year for Christmas. So I've picked like all these feel-good romances. That's what I'm going for. I just want those comfy, cozy, feel-good, wholesome romances where I know everything's gonna be okay and I just want to have like a good time. I want to laugh. They might be like rom-coms or just plain romances where I can just laugh or just cozy up with a nice blanket and like a hot chocolate or maybe even wine and just read these books. Like that's the vibes I'm going for, and maybe it might even help one of you guys pick out your Christmas reads for this year. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So I have a total of 8 books that I have listed out that I want to read this year. So these are the ones that I really want to read this year. I'm sure along the way I'll see someone's TikTok or something and probably add on to this list, but these are the ones that I'm like giving priority to read this year. So the first book I want to read this year is Good Spirits by B.K. Borson. I have seen so many people talk about this book and I've only seen good things. Everyone loves this book. It came out a little time ago. So this book came out in October, so I feel a lot of people have already read it, and then there are the few that like me who have left it for Christmas, and I'm so glad I did because this book was also one of the picks for my December book of the month box. But I picked this one and I'm so excited to receive it. I haven't gotten my box yet, so I don't have my physical copy to show you yet. This book has like a 4.20 rating on Goodreads, which is really good, and it's been rated like by 19,000 people. So 19,000 people and a 4.2 rating, that's pretty good. So I just read the blurb really quick, and what it kind of says is that he's the ghost of Christmas past and she's not exactly Scrooge. So he goes around like haunting people every Christmas, I think, and this year he comes to haunt her, and she is the people pleaser and she seems to be like a good person, so she doesn't understand why she's being haunted. That's what I got from the blurb. I think it sounds really interesting. My only worry is he's a ghost, right? So does this book have a happy ending? I mean, how does that work? I mean, they better find a way to make it work because I don't want to feel sad at the end of this book. It's Christmas, guys. Like, okay, I'm guessing it has to have a happy ending, right? Right? Have you guys read this book? If you have, please do let me know. But yes, that's the first book I want to read. Fun fact, I haven't read anything by B.K. Borson yet. I tried to read The Lovelight Farms a few years back. I want to say it's been a few years, and I think it was a case of like right book, wrong time. I just didn't seem to like it and I kind of got bored and I ended up DNFing it and I just never picked it back up ever again. So, and I never tried this author after that. And everybody actually really likes Lovelight Farms, so I don't know what happened there, and I'm really excited to read this one because I've also heard amazing things of this book, which was released this year also by the same author. I think it's called First Time Caller, and I know the second part in that series is coming out next year. Do want to read that series also because everyone says that's amazing. I'm gonna give this book a try first and then I'm gonna hop onto that series probably next year. But yeah, this is the first book I want to read and I'm so excited for my book of the month box to come so that I can finally read it. I think it should come today or tomorrow or something, and once it does, I think that'll be the first Christmas book that I read. The next book I want to read is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. Guys, first of all, I love Megan Quinn, okay? I love all her books. So far, I haven't had any misses. I mean, some haven't been as good as the others, but I just generally have a really good time reading her books. They're all like rom-coms. I laugh so much. I love her way of writing. I love her humor. I actually really enjoy her books. And the first book I think in this series came out last year, which was How My Neighbors Stole Christmas, I think, if I'm not wrong. And I actually had a good time. I know people didn't really like it that much, but I had a great time. It was so much fun. I loved like the competition aspect of it and everything, and I don't know, I just had a great time and I was like laughing, giggling the whole time. And I know this is the second one. I don't know anything about it other than this is the best friend of the guy from the first book. Let's see what this is about. It says, nothing says I love you like trespassing, public humiliation, and a town-wide Christmas spectacle to win your crush back. See what I mean? She is so funny. Like, I already know this book is going to be a great time. So this follows Atlas, who did not sign up for Christmas. His family's Christmas tree farm is imploding. And Betty, who's new in town, she's full of holiday cheer. And she's helping her uncle open a rival Christmas tree farm next door. Okay, so it says a small town war that turns into something far messier and much more delicious than either of them expected. Yeah, I'm so here for this. This is gonna, I can already tell I'm gonna have an amazing time, and this is gonna be one of my favorite reads this year. Also, guys, I don't know if you know this, but like this book has illustrations, and I have decided it's my new favorite way to read because I love having the pictures in the books. Let me find one to show you. I mean, some of them are little scantless, so I will not show you those. But I think the ones in the beginning are like kind of nice. Oh, see, here you go. He's lying in the snow. I don't know why, but he is. Also, like, look at that. It's so pretty. Can you see it? The edges are like really nice. It's a popcorn garland. I follow Megan Quinn on social media, and she has mentioned some very weird things happen with a popcorn garland that I may or may not be very, very excited to read about. But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Then I want to read A Little Holiday Fling by Farah Heron. I haven't read anything by this author yet, but I met her when she came. I mean, I didn't meet her. She's not my best friend or anything. I just met her as in I went for a panel where she was talking when she came to Toronto for a book event, and she sounded like the most sweetest person, and I was really curious about her and her books, so I decided to pick this one up just because I liked how it looked. It looks really, really cute, and I like the premise of the story. So this follows Ruby, who loves Christmas. Yeah, sounds like me. And the MMC is Rashid, who hates Christmas, I think, and he's like grumpy. So Ruby wants to start a cozy little inn, but she has like no hotel experience whatsoever. So she doesn't know how to go about doing it, while Rashid is actually really experienced in the hotel industry. So he offers to help her set up her cozy inn, I think, and she in return says she'll help him plan the most amazing Christmas for his nieces. So it just sounds like a cute fun time. It is set in Toronto, I think, and they are South Asian, which I think might be really interesting for me because I am also South Asian, and I just thought it'd be nice to see how she writes and what the story is about. I have another book also I picked up from the library by the same author, and I'm excited to get into that one too. But yeah, for now I'm gonna read this one. Oh no, my camera is dying. Okay, gotta change this. Be back real quick. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? I think I was just gonna talk about a new book. The next book I want to read, I am low-key so excited about, and it's called The Slight Before Christmas by Kate Stewart. This is the second part in the Holiday Hijinks series. So the first part I read last year. It's called The Plight Before Christmas, and I think it's one of my all-time favorite Christmas books ever. I love that book so much. It's not just a feel-good romance. It also had some layers to it. I mean, it is a Christmas romance, and at the end of the day everybody is happy at the end, everything's good, but it had like many more layers to it, and I actually really enjoyed that story so much. I love Kate Stewart's writing. I love the Ravenhood series. If you've read the Ravenhood series and you want to pick up a Christmas book, I think you should read The Plight Before Christmas, because you get a little something of somebody in the Ravenhood. I'm not gonna tell you who. You have to like read it. I love that scene. It was so cool. I did not expect to get to see that character in this book, and I think that scene just made the book so much better for me. I really enjoyed The Plight Before Christmas. I think I might even do a reread this year before I read this one. I don't know yet. It depends on how much time I have. So I really do want to read this book because I didn't even know they had a second part, and then I just saw it randomly on Goodreads one day, and I was like, okay, adding to TBR. 100%. So this is going to be a book that I'm going to read this year for sure. What I know about this book, I just read the blurb of it, and it also seems like something that might have more layers to it, like the first one. There's this couple who's married, and I think their marriage is like in trouble, mostly because they have 2 kids, and I feel like their whole life revolves around their kids, and I think their kids are like really naughty or something. So the wife is slowly pulling away from the husband, and now he has decided that it is this Christmas that something's got to change, and he's gonna try and get his wife back, like get her back to how she usually was. I think that's a really different premise, and I'm like really excited to read this. I think it's going to be really good. Kate Stewart never disappoints, so yeah, this is going to be for sure read this year. The next two books I want to read are purely only because of TikTok. I've seen so many people talk about these books that I really wanted to give this a go. I don't know anything about them other than whatever I've read now. So the two books are Holiday Romance and Snowden. They're by the same author, Catherine Walsh. I think it's a part of the same series as well. The first one is Holiday Romance. This one follows Molly and Andrew, and they're like friends who only meet each other once a year when they travel from America to Dublin for the holidays. That's how they like meet and know each other, and they've just been friends for the longest time. But this year, when they go to catch their flights, I think there's a snowstorm and all the flights are grounded. But I think he really needs to get back to Dublin, so she vows to like get him back somehow or the other. I think that's what I read from the blurb. I don't know much else about it. And Snowden basically follows Megan and Kristen. So both of them don't really want to go home this year because they're both single and they're tired of being like asked about it every now and again. So they decide to fake date for the holidays, and I think they get Snowden in a cabin or something. That also sounds really funny and really cute. So yeah, I'm really excited to read both of these. They don't look like really big books, so I think I can get them done this month for sure. This will be my first time reading anything by this author, but it seems like a really good fun Christmas time, which is what I'm here for. Another book I want to read is not something I had on my TBR, but I recently went to my local library looking for holiday reads, and I came across this one and I thought it might be fun. It's called The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. I don't know anything about this author either. This to me sounded like The Holiday. If you guys know this movie, The Holiday, which is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I have to watch it every year without fail. And this sounds like that. It follows twin sisters who are both at points in their life where everything's going wrong and they just need like a break, so they decide to switch places for the holidays. Yeah, that's just what happens, and I think it'll be so funny because it sounds like The Holiday, but at the same time they're identical twins, so I think there'll be a lot of drama also, as in people won't realize that they've switched places, I'm assuming. So I thought that sounded funny and I really wanted to give it a go. So this is another book on my TBR. The last book I want to talk about is a book called The Bright Side of Christmas by Morgan Elizabeth. Fun fact, I love Morgan Elizabeth. I love her Christmas books especially. I've had the best time with her books so far. My all-time favorite Christmas book so far is "'Tis the Season for Revenge," which is also by Morgan Elizabeth. I read this book every year. It's kind of like The Holiday for me. Like, that's the movie I have to watch every year, and this is the book I have to read every year. Since then, I kind of loved all her books, but this one obviously takes the cake for me. I love that book so much. It is so hilarious. So after that, I try to read whatever she puts out, mostly like for Christmas at least. I've read Big Nick Energy. I like that one too. But this is the one she released this year. I think there's another one coming out too, but this one came out in October. It's called The Bright Side of Christmas. So this book follows Ren and Adam. Ren is the kind of person who does everything for everyone. So she's always like working herself to the bone. She doesn't care if she's tired or worn out or burnt out. She's always like doing things for other people, and during Christmas obviously she's like the most busy because she's like helping people decorate, bake cookies and do all sorts of things. Adam moves into this town for a little bit of peace and quiet. He's a songwriter and he hates Christmas, so I guess he's sort of grumpy, and he moves in next door to Ren, and he tells her that he has no plans of decorating for Christmas, which obviously Ren cannot take. That's basically the blurb of the book. Also, I think sounds really funny, and I saw this book on Morgan Elizabeth's Instagram where she posted saying for all the eldest daughters or something like that, and I was like, hell yeah, I would love that book. So yeah, I really want to read this book. I actually really want to find the copy of this book. I don't know if I've seen it in Indigo, but I really want to get it. I also want to get the physical copy of "'Tis the Season for Revenge" because I read it every year. Morgan Elizabeth might also be releasing a new book, I think. Wait, hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, she is definitely releasing a new book. This is the second part of the same series. It's called The Promise of Forever, and on Goodreads it says it's coming out on December 26th. So is it like a Christmas release? I'm not really sure. If I have time, I would be reading that too, because like I said, I really love her books. Those are all the books I want to get through this year. 8 of them. Hopefully I will get through all of them. Let's see. I'm thinking of also doing like a vlog where I only read Christmas books. I think that might be fun. I don't know, just like planning in my head. I cannot wait for Good Spirits to get here so that I can like read that too. Otherwise, these are the physicals I have, and I am so excited. I love this season. What are your Christmas reads or your go-to Christmas reads, or the ones you plan on reading this year? Let me know, and I would love to give it a go too. Please do follow me on my Instagram and on my TikTok for more book videos, and I will be posting a lot more YouTube content, so don't forget to subscribe so you'll know when my new videos are out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are already having the best start to December, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.